Activist and software developer Ross Njeri has been released after Milimani Court found the criminal charges brought against her to be unlawful and lacking merit. In a ruling delivered on Friday, Principal Magistrate Geoffrey Onsarigo declared that the charge sheet presented by the Director of Public Prosecutions was defective and ambiguous, ultimately failing to disclose any recognizable offence under the law. Njeri had been facing 2 counts under the Computer Misuse and Cybercrimes Act, specifically over alleged unauthorized interference with the computer systems. However, the court ruled that the charges were invalid and did not meet the legal threshold required for prosecution. The magistrate emphasized the constitutional right of all Kenyan citizens to participate in governance, making reference to the website Njeri created, which enabled Kenyans to express their views on the 2025 finance bill. Njeri was arrested on 30th May after she published a tweet introducing a platform designed to help citizens voice opposition to the controversial finance bill 2025. Following her arrest, she was held at Pangani police station for 3 days before being released on 100,000 Kenya shilling personal bond.
Pearl Newsbeat.
Former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has accused President William Ruto of betraying the Kenyan people, blaming him for the ongoing violent crackdown on a youth-led protest across the country. Speaking during a public rally in Meru, Gachagua condemned the heavy-handed response by security forces during the demonstration of the death of a teacher and a blogger, Albert Ojwang, in police custody. He said the president had failed to honor his campaign promise of uplifting hustlers and was now turning against the very youth who backed him at the ballot. He went on to accuse the president of sponsoring violence, alleging that state operatives were giving money to youth to infiltrate peaceful protest and of course accused to justify a police crackdown.
Umekuja umetugeuka, ulituambia utaweka sisi pesa kwa mfuko, ila kidogo tulikuwa nayo umechukua. Hapana, patia wajumbe pesa kuja kupanga vijana watupe mawe. Nimeona hiyo vijana ya Kasongo mumewakimbiza kama masikini ya kuimbiwa, si ndio? Ukija hapa kutudanganya tunakukubalia ukuje. Mbona sisi tukitembea kuongea na madugu wetu na madada zetu unatupangia fujo? Unatupangia sisi fujo. Wewe umefika mwisho, umeua watoto wa Gen-Z. Ameua Gen-Z hajaua. Ni muuaji si muuaji. Ni muuaji si muuaji. Wewe tumekupatia Kenya, umeharibu. Umeishiwa na akili.
ODM leader Raila Odinga has openly expressed his disappointment over the collapse of the Adani Airport development deal, stating the project was crucial for regional connectivity and economic growth. Speaking at the opening of the 3rd National Executive Retreat held at the KCB Leadership Center in Kajiado, the former Prime Minister noted the airport project would have opened up the region for great investment opportunities, job creation and enhanced infrastructure. Without directly apportioning blame, Raila called for renewed commitment from all levels of leadership to prioritize development of a political interest.
I was very disappointed when we are not able to move on with the airport contract. That was really very unfortunate. You know, we had awarded the Greenfield airport contract before we left government with Kibaki in 2012. That contract was cancelled. Then it was given again to the same contractor later, but then again cancelled somewhere because of disagreement in the middle. And then now, when you now brought in the Adani, they brought all these politics, and then the contract was cancelled.
And across borders, hostilities between Israel and Iran escalated on Friday as both sides launched fresh attacks, deepening fears of a broader regional conflict. Iran fired dozens of missiles at Israel, hitting Soroka Hospital in Beersheba and injuring at least 40 people. In response, Israel struck Iran's Natanz uranium facility and Iraq nuclear reactor. The death toll now stands at 25 in Israel and at least 24 in Iran, including top military officials and civilians. Iran also replaced its intelligence chief after recent Israeli airstrikes. Diplomatic efforts are underway with the European leaders meeting Iran's foreign minister in Geneva, and the UN Security Council set to convene. US President Donald Trump has delayed a decision on military involvement, citing possible negotiations.
Pearl Radio, the home of fresh and classic hits.